I honestly believe that at this point, I have the world's one of the most unique positions and challenges that somebody ever encountered. And that is not to say that that is it, and I have no options. But it is it is undeniably something that is just could not be seen in probably in the next couple 100 years or something, if ever. So here's my current situation, and I've discussed some of it in the last update of my progress of the challenge to get 5k in 3 months. That I have to develop the software, I have to sell it, I have to market it, all in just 3 months just to get this 5k. So here's my situation. I live in North Cyprus. If you've right now, if you've seen the last vlogs as well, and North Cyprus is not a country. So it's not like if you select a list of countries on any website, it's not gonna be on there. Like 99.9% of the time, it's not an option. Like you can select Cyprus, which is the other side. It's like you can cross the border, and you go from a country that's not on the list, almost not on the map, to a country that's on the European Union, which is like night and fucking day of how they live and how I have to fucking struggle with my bullshit. Like if I just lived like 50 kilometers in another direction, my life would have been completely different. That's how different it is. So it's not on the map. It's not on a possible options you can select. What that means is when you register, you have to pick Turkey, pretty much. And then you have to be lucky that they don't ask specifically for Turkish ID or address, because if they do, you can't select it because you're not Turkey either. Then, even if you can select Turkey and you can write North Cyprus address and so on, the next challenge you're gonna face is that banks here suck ass. So then getting the money. So my current to-do list is to set up a payment processor for my online shop, because that's how I need to get my money. Now here's the challenge. If you're in North Cyprus and you try to open a local bank, well, no problem, you can. However, getting money through them is going to be really hard. We already have challenges with that. What you have to do is open a Turkish bank that is here, and if you have that, then you can have an easier time getting money, and maybe you have an easier time connecting to the payment provider like PayPal, which is banned by the way, or Payoneer. However, if you're here, they're asking for a $5,000 deposit, and I am broke. Very interesting, right? So I can't open a Turkish bank account, and I have problems setting things up. And right now I'm trying to use Shopify, and worst case there are still some options, but this is a very interesting position to be in, because also at the same time you might say, oh well, you're not from North Cyprus, you're from Russia, well you can use Russian address, Russian ID. Yeah, I could, if for one I had a registered address in Russia, and two, if Russia wasn't banned in fucking half the world, right? So not only am I in this place which is not even a country, but at the same time my home country is fucked everywhere. So I have no options pretty much in that regard. Now naturally I'm obviously quite frustrated, annoyed, kind of in despair, but nonetheless I still have to find options, I still have to find moves, and this is kind of like the point of these vlogs, these series, is to show that I am in progress of making money, and I'm quite confident that I'll get to the point where I'll make 100k a year. That's the name of the series, and eventually it's going to change to higher and higher if I don't stop there. Now the thing is, I want to show you that whoever's watching this, the value of this is that you might be in my position and you might think that it's not possible. You might not have hope that getting this is possible. And I want to share you my challenges, what I'm fucking fighting with, and I want to try to overcome this. I'm going to try to find ways that I can solve this. I want to tell you even how I'm going to do it, which is the second part of this video. so that you can look back on it and see that if in the future I'm going to be rich, which again I'm quite confident I would be, then you can still look back and see, holy shit, this guy, didn't. This guy didn't just come from money. He actually had challenges, and he was in a really shitty situation. And hopefully, my situation is a lot worse than yours. So you can say, well, fuck, this guy is in a worse position than me. He's no money. And by the way, I'm $5,000 in debt. Forget no money. I'm in debt, right? I'm still making some money, but I'm in debt because of my high school, not the university. Like, it's not like I didn't even choose to have this debt. Do you understand, right? I was just spawned with $5,000 in debt. Again, I'm playing my cards. So hopefully you look back on this video and you think, holy shit, this guy is worse than me and he still became rich. I want you to look at this in the future and think, fuck, he overcome this in the future videos, right, in the next parts of this. That means I can too. That's what I want you to take away from this video. And while watching this, I want you to see how I'm thinking about how I can find solutions to this problem. And that's what entrepreneurs do. They're being resourceful. One of the things that they do, they're being resourceful. Sometimes solutions don't just present yourself to them like, here's money, here's job. No, that's not always how it works. You have to find your way. This is not an option that is easily to overcome. So here's a few things that I'm trying to do. The alternative to PayPal is Payoneer, and I can use that as a payment provider. And I'm trying to verify that with the bank that I do have, a local bank. Now, I don't have much faith in that, to be honest. It's probably not gonna work because I've tried it a few times before and I've declined it just now after I've reached out to support. So here's a few options that I do have. I don't have money to open a foreign or a Turkish bank account here. I don't have money to put on a deposit. So I could either ask money from my friends and give them back to them, which I don't really want to do because I've already asked stuff from them before, and I don't want to ask more. I could try, the way I'm receiving money is from my friend's mother's Turkish account, and maybe I can negotiate with, to use her, use her account. I can try to find somebody else I have to trust them for this. I could say that, hey, okay, so I need money for a deposit. So either I use an existing bank account, or I ask money for a deposit and I tell them that, okay, in 3 months, you either get the same money back, or I give you some percentage together with it if I succeed. So either you have no risk and you're just gonna get your money back. There's an opportunity cost anyway, or I'll give you 5% of the amount, which is gonna be say 5,000. That's gonna be $500, which is a really good return on that 3 months or whatever. That's guaranteed. That doesn't have a downside risk. So overall, that's a pretty good deal, or something like 5%. So if I succeed, they get more money. If I don't succeed, then they just get their money back. So that's an option. A very far alternative is I could ask somebody to set up everything for me, and then they send me money through other ways that worked before, and then I open a bank account. So the fucking loops I have to go through is ridiculous. So that's the current challenges. Meanwhile, I'm still really questioning the offer and product that I'm making. Especially after Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi convinced me that I should put hundreds of hours of effort into one thing to make it really worth it, and to make an offer so good people feel stupid to say no. And then he says, well, give it all for free. Well, fuck, that makes sense, but I can't find anything that a higher leverage vehicle to make it worth it. I don't really think I have time to do that either. But it's annoying that he just says shit, changes my whole worldview, and then the next day he makes me question everything again, and come on. So that's the current state of things. Things are challenging, and meanwhile I still have to focus on my current client and growing him, and get money from that for survival and other things. Meanwhile, I'm trying to obviously improve my own health, sleep, and everything. Getting my diet and sleep at a higher quality really helps with this. If I didn't have that sorted, everything will probably be a lot harder to deal with, because this is kind of overwhelming. Like, I have to not give up and try to find more. Like I'll be lying if I said that I'm not feeling like, you know, kind of in a dead in the water here. So taking care of yourself is pretty important to be able to manage all that stress and not give up, and then still find options, still think about, like, okay, what else can I do? Okay, what else can I do? That's kind of what you have to do as a businessman, like, and as a leader too. Like, you have to be the person who says, like, when everybody else is almost given up or doesn't have faith, you have to be the one, like, okay, I feel like garbage, but we have to find like a solution to this. And that's how businesses survive sometimes, is that your, like, recession happens, this happens, that happens, and you have to find a solution sometimes. At least that's what I see, like, because these are challenging times. Like, in COVID times, businesses had to adapt or they fail. So this is interesting. I'm glad that I can journal this at this time and share this. And I don't know who the fuck is watching this, but I'm really hoping that this helps you, because I'm not really hoping for views or anything. It's a self-journal just as much as it is a video. But if it helps you, comment down below. I don't know, share your thoughts. I'd like to get to know you. I don't know if you're watching this.